The F1 regs are bad and not good, but
Agreed.
everybody thought they were going to be good. So do you have any ideas on how to fix that?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest problem is the discrepancy between harvesting and deploying, right?
Yeah.
And it's taking away pretty much all of the active arrow that was also introduced. Excuse me. So the only thing I can really think of is to lessen the amount of energy that's allowed to be deployed at one time.
So would you prefer it to go back to kind of a DRS type system where it's like only deployment on straights or like only over 50% deployment on straights or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't want to go necessarily back.
I said that was bad too.
Yeah, that was bad too. And I didn't like that you couldn't use it defensively either, because it was really kind of just almost close to what we're got now, where it was just a yo-yo. But
I hate that.
right now, it's just not working. I mean, it's just not working. So they need to try something, and I think just turn down the boost a little bit and see if that helps. Is basically what all I got.
I think I kind of think maybe they should do how IndyCar does it with they let in the 500 they let them use all the boosts whatever for just qualifying, but F1 already has the problem of slower cars in qualifying impeding faster cars. So I don't think it'll help anymore, and I think it'll kind of lead to more Behrman situations. But I think that would appease the people that are like, we just want to see the best engineered cars, and also the race fans that are like, we want to see actual racing. So I think that might be somewhere in the solution too. But
And what we have now is just not even racing, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's even trying to race. Nobody's trying to pass in a traditional pass. They're just waiting for a straight to just drive by someone.
yeah, no, it's bad.
I don't know. They have to try something, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they're gonna have to tweak it a little bit, even if it's just a little bit. I don't really know what they have. I don't. They're in a mess. They're a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I agree. So, in short, you think it's fixable, but they won't?
No, I think it's fixable, but they have to try something small,
Okay.
because they don't want to change the regs completely and then screw up any upgrades or anything teams are planning either.
Yeah.
So they can't do anything too drastic until the off season, I would think.
Yeah, I agree.
So my honest opinion of Max Verstappen is that he didn't have any problem or talk about retiring when he was in the best car, and now that he's not in the best car, that's all he's talking about.
Well,
So
he did though. He did talk about retiring.
I mean, I know he said he's not having fun, so he wants to retire, but it is his job, and
Yeah.
he's always been somewhat selfish. So maybe it's time to not be selfish and try to help the team improve the car.
As a Verstappen fan, I kind of agree. Unfortunately, I do think it's kind of a bad look for him to be like, I don't enjoy my job when his job is to travel the world and drive fast cars for a living, and also
Yeah, I mean,
he's the best at it in the world still. If you want to disagree with me, that's fine. But
no, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with saying he's the best in the world, but he needs to act like he's the best in the world and say, "Oh, I'm trying to help my team improve the car because right now I can't show I'm the best in the world because my car is slow."
okay, I can accept that. What do you? If he does retire, do you think he'll go to GT3s or he'll go to endurance or anything like that, or he'll just be a full
No,
time
he's going to
iRacer?
do something endurance. He seems to really enjoy. He might be a full-time racer, but I think he's going to do something with endurance. He seems to enjoy it. So.
I'm excited to see that. I think.
And he also needs to get over himself a little bit and try to Indy 500. Is my opinion also, but
I mean, I agree. I would think that'd be awesome to see, but he's not even like, I don't want to do it because it's not racing, which other people have said, which is stupid. But he's like, they're crazy. Like he was like, I wouldn't do that, which I respect that opinion.
No,
more
I
than
understand.
just, it's not racing, because it's not racing is a dumb opinion, especially from the yo-yo people. But
exactly.
what was your favorite IndyCar race this year? So
My favorite IndyCar race of this year was probably Phoenix. Unfortunately, it was the only oval, and I don't want to come off like I only like ovals because that's absolutely not true. But it was probably the most exciting race. Hello didn't win,
that's usually a plus.
which made it better. But an IndyCar puts on a great show on short ovals. I think they've proven that now for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But the only negative I have is Newgarden won, and that's just because he's pretty amazing on short ovals, unfortunately. So That's really the only thing I can say that was bad. Rasmussen put on quite the show, which was fun.
Yeah,
And I just don't know what's up with Rossi. Like, why is he so much faster than Rossi?
I think he's just better at short ovals. He even kind of said it on.
Okay.
So my favorite race is probably also Phoenix, but I'll play not even devil. I'll play like demon's advocate and say it was Arlington because of the driver's opinions on it, and overall it was a enjoyable race to watch. What we watched of it, we watched it together, and we didn't watch much. So,
Yeah.
but I saw a lot of discourse about the Kirkwood and Pillow pass. How that was like if Pillow is really at the end of his dominance, that'll be a big thing people will look at, and I think that's cool that that happened, and you can kind of point at it if it does happen. I don't think it will, but
I don't think Pelot's at the end of his dominance, but we'll see.
I mean, just making conversation. What about your least favorite?
Well, my least favorite is Barber. We talked about that last week. It was too much of a parade. There was no cautions, which reminded me a lot of last year, unfortunately. The marbles just didn't allow for passing because they didn't get a chance to sweep. And Pelot, like I said, his dominance is still there, and he just was leading by 12 seconds. Now, if excuse me, if Lungard didn't have a bad pit stop, that might have been a much different end to the race, and maybe that would have been better. But what we had was just boring.
What do you? So I agree with Barber. I for a second thought St. Pete, but we went there, so I can't hate.
Yeah, I can't say St. Pete was the worst. I mean, it's probably honestly, it was probably my favorite race, but that's because I was there.
But I will. We talked about Pelot twice in our favorite and least favorite races. So, what can be done to stop him realistically from a fan side? Like he looks unbeatable. So what do you think the teams are going to try to do about that? I mean, it's spec series, so they can't do too much. But
yeah, I mean, that's what drives me crazy because it's a spec series, and I don't feel like he's that much better of a driver than everybody else. But it seems like he proves it every week.
Yeah, I think the best thing teams could do is just always run opposite his cycle and hope that his strategist makes a mistake. But Ganassi doesn't tend to do that very often, so that's kind of rough too.
Yeah, I mean, we can hope they screw up, or we can hope for a lucky caution, which is also not the best thing to hope for. But
yeah, so
unfortunately, until the teams get better or they get another really good driver,
you think it's kind of status quo for the little while?
Well, I mean, hopefully we're talking about new F1 regs, so hopefully we'll be talking about new IndyCar regs in a couple of years, or a year,
2 years,
2 years,
2 years, 28, I think. Maybe GTA 6 will be out too.
I don't know if you watch that All In IndyCar or IndyCar All In or whatever it's called. They have high hopes for Mick still. I mean, they still think
Mick's
that he's a
okay.
really good driver, and he has looked really good. And if we could get another couple good drivers, maybe Pato will get a little bit better this year. He's had some tough luck too.
I'm not
I don't
sure
know
what's been up with him. He's been a little slow, especially.
Well, McLaren. Well, that's not true. McLaren in general hasn't been that slow, right? So I guess
he's gotten top fives in all but Barber, so he hasn't been bad. He's just been usually you're used to seeing him like either second or third, and he's just been fourth or fifth, which isn't bad. I mean, at the end of the day, he's I think third in the championship, so can't hate.
And I don't know what's up with Dixon. I mean, he's got the pretty much same car as Pelot, and he's proven to be a good driver. So
yeah, I don't know. Cool. Well, thanks for
right,
stopping by.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bye.